Asker, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, if you need it.
So, just a recap of session 1. So yeah, starting with, I'm going to start recording actually. So, starting from session 1, everybody kind of met up in the Little Moon Tavern within Ashenmill, were kind of greeted by some breakfast given to you by Leith, the little halfling brother of Willian. After that, some less than savoury folk came in demanding the tithe from Hector Littlemoon, the older gentleman who was tending to the bar. And after a little bit of rising tensions, Eldar kind of helped disperse them, and they ended up wandering away. Shortly after that, the group went on a little bit of a walk around town, and after introducing themselves to Willie, she kind of asked if they could help out with things as they saw fit. After having a little peruse of some of the wares and some of the stalls which had kind of set up prior to the festival, there was a strange kind of commotion coming from the northeastern side of the square, to which the party were kind of met with people shouting about a dragon of some kind. After investigating where the source of this so-called dragon was kind of coming from, they figured out that it was just a little fairy dragon, and the person who was peddling them was unconscious next to their cart, which was somewhat overturned, and they mentioned something about being mugged. But besides the point, after a very successful animal handling check from Gaspin, we have a new member on the party, known as Sildar.
Truly the king of our
Sildar the Destroyer.
Yeah, Sildar the Destroyer. After that, Jimmy wanted to go somewhere a bit more quiet, and so as they were kind of relaxing on the perimeter of town, there was the pig keeper Grentham, and she was asking if they could pick a few berries for her medicinal tinctures. Her local was kind of busy with the festival. The party made their way toward the forest near the northwest side of Ashenmill and found the hideout for the Mulberry Runners, who were using, well, as far as you've heard, they were kind of using kind of younger teens as a front to sell different products, both legal and illegal. And after a few accidental murders from Jimmy, found a way to apprehend the bandit captain in a very anticlimactic fashion.
Hey, still the Destroyer incapacitated that man.
Yeah, I know. Managed to tie him up and brought him towards the guards. Upon looking through their stash, you found a few bits of coin as well as a dagger within a glass case. So after Stephen Quillbottom, the bandit captain, was put into jail, he redeemed the bounty from his from the local guards and got a little bit extra coin as well. And then after that, you went to the tavern, saw that Willie or Willian was a little bit deflated, having a drink. But after hearing about your endeavors, Linrin saw that you weren't all talk and that you can make things happen as well.
Mm.
So she mentioned a lucrative opportunity in which you could make a fair bit of coin as well as improving your standing within the town. And talked about potentially meeting the trappers to learn more about this endeavor. And upon arriving home that evening, there was another late delivery with a few packages and letters, and each of you received that in between sessions.
Mm-hmm.
We can explain what might have happened once we get into the game. But yeah, we're starting off in the tavern. I suppose you guys made your way back after having a chat with Linrin. It's quite dark, and a lot of people are kind of hunkering down for the night. What are you guys up to?
Just for clarity, is this more or less just after we've had our letters and whatnot?
Yeah, so Linrin has just kind of spoken to you guys and told you about the trappers and marked it on your map.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's evening time,
Mm-hmm.
the day before the festival.
Okay.
Eee.
Um, at some point, I will have walked out to town to grab a shield from somewhere.
Yeah, no sweat. That's easy done.
Yeah. But beyond that, I would probably have just retired to a room to sit down for a bit because it's been a long day.
Yeah, Jimmy would do the same. He'd have to have a little think to himself.
Actually, Jimmy, you doing okay, Jimmy?
You know, elder officer.
Yeah.
I wash my hands, but they just can't get clean.
Jimmy is Shakespeare.
Jimmy's like a child in the gnome community. I feel like
Yeah.
because he's quite young for one.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's not doing okay.
What's up, Jimmy?
I didn't mean to do that. You know that, right?
Do what?
That man. The thing I did, you know?
You knocked him out clean, right?
But I didn't want to.
Hey, nothing wrong with knocking him out. They were causing trouble. They're unconscious. They don't cause trouble no more. No.
I suppose.
Just I'm very even without inciting, it's very blatant. I'm trying to brush under the rug what you actually did.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Think about it. They
So
could have, sorry, Jake. They could have
No worries.
caused a lot more harm if they'd carried on what they were doing.
Suppose, yeah.
what's Gaspin currently doing?
I'm just like really, really fascinated by this cloak I've got.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about what you guys kind of all unwrapped?
My Christmas present.
Yeah,
I've currently got a sort of like a little pouch strapped around my forearm. Sort of long, thin pouch that goes along top of my forearm down to my back of my hand, with a wand slid into it. And now a shield on my right arm, even.
nice. Jimmy has got some very, very cool new boots that he's currently wearing.
I was going to say also some spectacles as well.
Mm.
Almost circular lensed, comically almost small. I just rest
Like
comfortably on my
Jimmy.
nose. Yeah, similar to Jimmy. Honestly, more comically small than Jimmy's.
I run over just like, guys,
Yeah.
look what my brother sent me. And I'm like whipping this cape back and forth so that the air keeps catching it.
That's pretty
Love
cool,
that.
Gaspin. It's pretty cool.
Wow, I just realized I spelt the farming district in the bottom right hand corner as district.
I noticed that yesterday, last week, but I didn't forgot to mention it.
Alright, I'm just gonna edit that real quick. Where is it?
I mean, hey, maybe they farm discs there. You never know.
Alright. But yeah, so as the night kind of draws to a close, I know a lot kind of happens kind of during the day, so maybe some of you are kind of struggling to fall asleep,
Mm-hmm.
but after a well-earned rest, yeah, you level up to level 2, and you awaken with the sound of
Silence.
kind of bells and the sounds of carts being walked up and down the gravel paths of the Willow Walk. You can hear children laughing, you can hear people kind of singing, and there's a nice pleasant breeze kind of blowing through the window. Though on the horizon, you can kind of see that it's somewhat kind of a little bit red on the horizon. Gaspin, can I get a survival check, please?
Yes.
God, it's too early for this. Case in point, definitely too early for this.
Yeah, you kind of look at the sunrise and squint your eyes, and as you rub them, your eyes are just, too blurry to kind of make things out. It's too early for this shit, as Eldar said.
I
But
don't need
yeah, what
mornings,
do you wish to
goddammit.
do?
I'm just gonna relax in bed for a little bit before I start stretching and getting ready to go. Is there what's happening inside the tavern?
Sorry, what's that?
What's going on inside the tavern? Is it quiet or is it busy in there too?
In the tavern, if you were to go downstairs, you can see that Leith is kind of getting a lot of kind of stools, and he's popping them up on the tables, and it looks as though they're going to kind of do a limited service today, as the family are kind of aiming to go out and see what's going on within the festival.
Right, I got you. Okay. I'm gonna grab me a nice bite to eat.
Yeah, what did
Wait
the
for everyone
tavern
else to
do
come
again?
down.
What's that, sorry?
What food does the tavern do again?
It does, a lot of pretty much like most things that you would typically find, like meats, veggies, soups. For breakfast, they're serving a lot of kind of egg products, like scrambled eggs. Different things. Whatever
Yeah.
you fancy, they'll probably have.
Do they have egg and soldiers?
Well, if you, maybe not like cut up soldiers, but I'm sure you could definitely get
What
that.
about the children?
Ashen Mill is actually well known for its exports of like flour and grain. So the breads that they do have here are incredibly well made and pretty much fresh every morning. So you could definitely have like a nice variation of egg and soldiers.
You know what? I think you should be the inventor of eggs and soldiers.
It's been so long since I've heard eggs and soldiers.
An old classic.
Literally is.
Well, today we're inventing it.
Mhm. Yeah, if I ask for egg and soldiers, they're gonna be like, we don't sell dead people. What?
We don't do that here.
Yeah, you can see that it looks as though it's just Leith and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting names already. It looks as though it's just Leith and Hector at the moment.
Hmm.
Um, but Hector's more like he does his fair share in the kitchen. Um, if it's if that's what you want, I'm sure that I could try. So you're saying you want me to cut
Please.
up the bread like that, or
Yes, please.
okay,
All the same size.
okay. But yeah, within a few minutes, whatever you guys have requested kind of gets brought on a tray by Leith, as he's also kind of trying to pick up chairs and pop them on tables and stuff like that as well.
Thank you. I cannot wait to dig into this because I am so hungry right now. And I will
As
devour
Jimmy
my
goes
meal.
to dip his first soldier in,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, for a split second, it looks like the guy he killed the other day, and then he's like, no, no.
Oh no! Yeah, he gets more flashbacks.
Oh god.
You weren't there,
It's not
man.
even the first 24 hours of you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
devour my
just
grub.
to kind of talk about a little bit of some more background information about what's going on, just so you guys have a rough idea of where you are with the guild and things like that. So the guild is known as the Consortium,
Mhm.
and it has got a whole manner of different, pretty much every single like profession within um that is considered an artisanal profession
Mhm.
is located within the consortium. So you've got, alchemists, apothecarists, you've got cartographers, cobblers, cooks, masons, painters, smiths. Pretty much everybody is welcome within the consortium.
Mhm.
Um, but each kind of division of the consortium is kind of managed separately.
Right.
But yeah, so you guys would be within the Tinkers, Pewterers, and Casters division.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And you're not actually aware of exactly who is managing this division, but it is actually one of the kind of like newer divisions,
Mhm.
at least within the consortium. Um, as time has kind of gone on, we're talking about the creation of, everyday magical items and higher end magical items.
Mhm.
And the kind of history of this area is it's been kind of a very slow growing 1,000 or so years. Um, kind of think Middle Ages Europe. So it's not squalor and caves, but it's not like the height of a civilization. There's it's kind of in the middle ground.
Right.
But as you were talking about, you know, being artificers and things like that, this is still kind of like a relatively new and up and coming kind of sector
Mhm.
within artisans and the like. So the reason why you guys have been kind of approached as kind of building up a reputation is that two of you have come from families of which have some kind of ties within the consortium already.
Mhm.
And as you'll be kind of growing as individuals. They're hoping that you can shine some light on this new sector. So yeah, that's your role within the consortium.
Mhm.
You're not currently sure who exactly you're dealing with from within the consortium, but maybe with time you'll find out.
Okay.
And regarding the kingdom, you were asking about the crown and what's going on with that. So it's common knowledge that within Kangavatan, it is under the Requisen Dominion. So this is a family which has led it for the past 1,000 years,
Mhm.
and they've had periods where they've been in less favor, as well as in kind of higher favor with the general public.
Mm.
Though for the past few years, it has been relatively quiet politically. There isn't really too much going on within um, this kind of continent of Uskia.
Mhm.
There are no like major wars. There are no major feuds. People are kind of peacefully keeping to themselves, at least for the time being. Um, so yeah, it's kind of a little bit a little bit of growth still to be had. A lot of land still somewhat undiscovered as well. So
Okay.
yeah, you're kind of looking at a relatively stable time period within the Dominion
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
for now.
Until we take over.
But yeah, going back to Ashen Mill, so you just kind of been eating your breakfast. What do you think you're going
Yeah.
to be planning for today?
I want to check out the
Actually,
Harvest Festival.
one last thing before I stop monologuing. Along with those possessions which you guys got, it appears as though they were kind of collected from different members of your family that either had ties or things that they would kind of help towards your journey. And there was actually a letter from your kind of link towards the guild, and they mentioned that you've got food and lodging available at the Little Moon, which you're already aware of.
Mhm.
But if you do need to make kind of trips outside of town, or um, you need some form of transport, that if you were to speak to the local um, cart maker known as Mr. Willingham, that they'll be able to assist you in your needs.
Okay.
But yeah, apologies for that massive exposition dump.
No, you're good. It's info we need. I mean, what do you guys want to do? I was going to check out the Harvest Festival, but if you guys have anything else in mind.
Yes.
If you guys are going,
I mean, is there anything you want to do, Jimmy?
no.
Well, alright then. Oh my god, I'm forgetting names now too. What's the... I haven't written his name down. The tavern guy. The owner.
That will be Hector.
Heck, that's the one. It was H something.
Hector Littlemoon.
Her.
Herder. Hector's where... What would you recommend checking out during this Harvest Festival?
Well, I always found just wandering about is the best thing to do, because things often change from a year-to-year basis.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Alright, should we just head out? I'll take the silence as a yes.
I guess yes.
Yeah, you can see Leith has kind of finished stacking some of the chairs, and he kind of runs up to Hector and just kind of grabs his shirt and just says, "I really want to go and try the honey and the sweets," and he just kind of ruffles his hair and says, "Don't you worry,
We'll check
we'll
it
see
out.
to it."
Cool. Let's make our way outside then.
Let's just
Lovely.
go.
So, upon exiting the Little Moon Tavern, you can see that all of the ribbons within the trees are kind of blowing in the wind. There are bells. There are people with kind of, sparklers. And it's, even though it's semi-early, you can see that the town is bustling, and you can smell food. You can smell hot drinks. You can see there are people who are wearing kind of like new clothes and things like that.
Hmm.
If you're moving closer towards the square where a lot of the different stalls and things are, um, what are you guys kind of looking out for? I tell you what, um, somebody roll me a D100, and this will be the first place that you guys come up to.
Oh.
46. All right, so after Eldar kind of takes the lead, kind of looking at
I am
some
the
of the
group dad.
stalls, the one that you kind of stop at just while kind of thinking, it looks as though you found a stall, and they have got several different kind of locks, and
Interesting.
you can see what looks to be a kind of younger half elven female who's kind of got very long hair that kind of goes down to her waist, kind of kept back with a kind of flower wreath, and she's got a series of different kind of thieves' tools just kind of laid out along the table,
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of eyes you up and sees that you're kind of looking at the stall. So you want to try your luck with the lock picking contest
Well,
with a
I mean,
twist?
what's the twist?
You'll be doing it blindfolded.
I see. Well, lucky for me, I don't need my eyesight.
Sure thing. Well, it is 5 silver to enter, and the winner, the person who's able to do it the quickest, will be able to get the pot. Currently, you can see there's about like 5 or 6 people that
Mhm.
are all kind of eyeing it up cautiously.
I put down 5 silver. Get me in.
I will also
Oh,
put
you
up
gonna give it a
Alpha.
go as well? Yeah, so
Yes.
she kind of like swipes the silver into her hand and looks to the rest of the crowd and says, "Look, we've got a couple of people there looking to make some big bucks. What do you guys say?" And then you can kind of see a couple of begrudging older people with some younger family members kind of palm them 5 silver. And then yeah, so you can see there's kind of a younger um, halfling with really, really messy blonde hair, kind of isn't wearing any shoes. Their feet are already kind of dirty and dusty, wearing like green overalls. You can see there's a taller elvish gentleman who's kind of dressed in kind of more regal attire, wearing like these grey and white, almost like priest vestiges. And then you can also see there's a more roguish looking lad, who's kind of wearing a little bit darker clothes, and they're all kind of eyeing each other up, and this is going to be a little bit of a skill check. So,
Oh.
could everybody please give me a lockpick, sorry, a thieves' tools sleight of hand check
Disadvantage.
with disadvantage?
What if I'm proficient?
You got your proficiency. So it'd be
How do I do that?
D20 plus Dex plus
Proficiency.
proficiency if you're proficient.
Roll 1d20 plus Dex.
Plus Dex.
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah,
Plus
plus 2
2
for
for
proficiency.
Okay.
So
Roll it
you got
twice.
a 14.
Ha!
We got a 10.
Roll one more just in case, because you could get lower.
Oh, right, yeah.
up.
Oh no. Okay.
Even though Jimmy
Jimmy's
can't
doing the lock,
see,
and he's like,
he knows people are
"This is a
watching.
person."
So we can see that currently Eldar is just breezing through this lock. You can see that like every movement has kind of a succinct and exact right pressure just to clink all of the locks, and it looks as though he comes first for this one.
What did I
And then you can
say?
see everyone
Don't need my eyes.
takes off of their kind of bandages, their kind of like handkerchiefs, and throws them on the table, and kind of just walks off in a huff and a puff. But yeah, you have won yourself 3 gold pieces.
Oh baby, your boy's
Grr.
rich.
Lovely. And lovely. Who's next? Anybody else want to roll a D100?
Yes. D1.
It's your time to do us proud, Jimmy. Find us somewhere good.
There's
79.
one for Archie.
Hopefully I can
Mine's so close to yours, Jordan.
We come back to the same stool. Jimmy takes us somewhere, and we're like, back to the locksmiths.
So, Jimmy, as you're kind of walking around, there's a lot of kind of very loud stools, and you're not really too sure how you feel about them. People throwing axes and smashing these giant pressure plates to bring up this like wooden stick to hit the bell. But then, as you kind of walking around, there's a bit more of a quiet section, and you can see this. It looks like quite a um, an upper class kind of tent. It's got a few
Ooh.
kind of bits of crushed velvet on it, and within it you can see that there's a few people who are dressed somewhat somewhat upper class. They've got robes, and those that aren't wearing robes, that are wearing these kind of almost like suit dresses, and they're wearing these kind of burgundy and navy blue collars, and there's an insignia which is kind of on it of what appears to be a circle with like several other different circles within it. Does somebody want to roll a history check for me?
Oh yeah.
Go for it, Jimmy.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So, um, you recognize this almost immediately, and
Ooh.
I'm just getting up
Ooh, I
the
know.
thing. Where is it? So you can see that you immediately recognize this to be the this is the kind of arcane brotherhood that operates out of the local area. They're called the Bureau of the Arcane and Descry,
Oh.
and these all appear to look like students. So you can see a few of them are just kind of twiddling their thumbs, and it looks as though this is kind of not a recruitment center, but a place where people can ask questions if they wish to kind of take some more booked learning within their ranks. You can see there's a elvish gentleman who seems a bit more distinguished than the rest of them, a little bit older, kind of look you up and down, Jimmy, as you're kind of walking around. Hello, what can I do for you? You interested in joining the Brotherhood?
Um. No, but
Obviously, it would help
tell me.
if you knew a cantrip or two, just to see what we'd be dealing with.
Jimmy, where have you taken us?
Jerry feels so awkward. What do you guys do?
Well, we learn, and we help others.
I like learning. I like helping others.
Well, maybe you would be a welcome member in our ranks. Of course, there is a small tuition fee for learning, but
I knew that was coming.
I'm sure it's nothing that you couldn't handle.
How much?
Well, first year will cost you roughly 500 gold pieces. But that
It's
will
a
give you
university
access
course, my
to
God.
your very own, magical tome, and will give you some good first level spells and things like that. Of course, the higher levels you go, the more expensive it becomes, as is the way with wizarding.
Can I 5-check this guy?
Jimmy, this
Yeah, go
sounds-
ahead.
This sounds like a fake guru scam.
Hey, Gaspin.
Yeah, I mean, you're
ahead.
reading this guy and you're just thinking, like, yeah, he seems a little bit, like, slimy, but
Hmm.
he is a recruiter, so
I don't like him, Jimmy. I don't like him at all.
But I like to learn.
Do you have 500
How
gold
much
pieces?
money? No, do you?
I
No.
don't think anybody here has 500 gold pieces. That's more than a lot of people see in their entire lifetime.
Hmm.
you can kind of see that he just starts playing with this, like, illusory ball, which he's just kind of rolling within his fingers, and then he just kind of, like, lifts it up, and you can kind of see that it levitates for a second before he clicks his fingers and it disappears.
Whoa.
We'll be here if you would like to learn a little bit more, but
That's not worth 500, Jimmy.
the knowledge.
I mean, you do you, Jimmy. If you want to be in debt, go ahead.
Hmm.
Assuming he'll even allow you to go in debt.
yeah, he's gonna kind of just turn around and walk back towards his tent and sit defeated.
Damn.
It's up to you, Jimmy.
No. I need to save. I need money.
For what?
For more things. To make more things.
I mean, fair enough.
Gospin, give me a D100.
Already on it.
51.
Ahead of the game.
51, what do we have? So you
What
guys
quick challenge
actually
to electric
walked
boogaloo?
past this little section yesterday, and you can see this half orc in, like, he's completely bulked out, wearing his chef's attire with a little chef's hat, and you can see he's got his little green bottles with XXX written on them, peddling his fire water. So you've decided to come and have a look at the fire water again.
Yeah, have you got anything new since yesterday?
He just kind of looks at his, like, cascading rows of beers, firewater, and just kind of looks defeated. Yeah, no,
Aw.
this is all I do, honestly.
And
Tell you what, how about I give you a sip and you tell me if you like it?
I'm not allowed to drink.
But if you
It'll
like
be
it,
fine, Gaspin.
you have to buy one.
Well, how much are they?
2 gold apiece.
Crocky.
But it's the best firewater you'll find around these parts.
I
They're
mean,
good
I'll give
for
it a
clearing
try.
out wounds. They're good for starting fires.
So what you're telling me
And
is
it
this
puts
is
some hairs on your chin as well. Looking at you, Mister Elf, like a
me
teenage
elf
girl.
or other elf? That elf? Got you. I mean, I'll give it a try, but I can't guarantee you I'll like it.
Sure thing. So, what's your Constitution modifier?
+2
+2.
or +4 if it's save.
So as you try this, you it, like, burns all the way down,
Mhm.
but the kind of aftertaste is kind of a little bit herby, and you kind of like you recognize something in it, but just as you're thinking that, you just belch out this like little cloud of gas and fire, and yeah, you don't really feel anything.
I mean, it was alright. Don't know if I'd say I loved it.
What about you? Go on, you little druid-looking boy. Give us a shot.
Okay. What am I rolling?
You're not rolling. What's your Constitution modifier?
I can't. 3.
Yeah. So as you take a sip of this, you feel like your latent kind of bodily functions kind of like heighten just for like a second, and after you put the little shot glass down on back on the table, it almost feels like you've got a pump going. And right now your muscles just feel a lot stronger than they are usually. Can you roll a d8 for me, please? All right, so for the next 5 hours, you have got a +1 strength modifier. To your strength modifier,
Ooh.
sorry.
Gasman chugs some alcohol and gets ripped. This is how you get a six-pack, boys.
There we go. There we go. What do you think? Do you like it? You wanna buy some?
Doesn't taste very nice.
It's an acquired taste, I'll give you that.
Gasman, is that
It
hair
makes
on
you
your
feel
chin?
amazing, doesn't it? And then you can see that he just flexes.
Gasman, you tried to grow a beard?
You're a nice man, so I'll buy one.
Thank you. I appreciate your patronage. And then he like don't look, don't judge a book by its cover, but this guy is incredibly dainty when he picks out the bottle, and he gets this kind of like though he gets like this parchment which is kind of a lavender color, and he like very daintily kind of like folds it and puts it in like a small paper bag and hands it to you. Enjoy.
How much was that?
2 gold pieces.
Better be money well spent, Gasman. I
But
mean,
lovely.
seeing as you seemingly seem a bit stronger, perhaps we want to try that pressure plate stando that we walked past earlier.
We can give it a go.
Say you, Jimmy.
Let's go.
We
Lovely.
search out
So
the
as you kind of wander away, the way back from which you came, you can see once again the axe throwing adjacent to this uh, hammer and pressure plate. It looks as though it's a carved out tree trunk, and you can see there's like a long line which has been cut out of it, and there are different kind of marks on it. You can see that it kind of says Orcish. You can see that it's got like different kind of like monsters and things like that. All the way at the top, you can see it says Strength of a Dragon. And right at
Oh.
the top there is like this little kind of what appears to be like a skull, like a draconic skull which has been fashioned out of wood. And you haven't seen anybody hit the strongest yet. But yeah, the person who is currently tending to this stool is a mountain dwarf with incredibly thick black hair. Their beard and their hair don't have like set beginnings and ends. It's just one big giant, almost like soot sprite looking character. Like his eyes are barely like poking out of his fuzzy face.
Mhm.
and he's wearing kind of like these overalls with metal boots and metal kind of shoulder guards and elbow pads, and he's got this huge warhammer just kind of like across his back. So you're looking to try out your strength, are you?
Yes.
Great. All right, so that'll be a 1 copper for entry.
Ooh, nice.
And then as he kind of hands you this hammer, this thing is about 6 feet long, and the weight on the end of it is probably like 50 pounds in and of itself. Lovely. Do you want to give us a strength check?
Just
Do us proud, Gaspar.
Like an
Yeah.
athletics check?
Do us proud.
Okay.
So as you kind of like bring this hammer down, you can see that it starts to go up very, very slowly. It goes past like mouse, then it goes to cat, then it goes to dog, and then it goes to a human. And it's just like, yeah, looks about average to me.
Ah, come on, Gaspin. I found a couple
give
coins.
Go
it-
on, give it one more shot.
I'm not even strong, Gaspin, but come on, man. I mean, at least do this. Damn it!
Yeah, it
give
literally
him,
just goes below, like just below that.
That haven't worked out. That was my bad. Ugh, sorry.
I give him 5 copper.
Okay then, gonna try a few times. Yeah, the second time you can see that this thing goes all the way up. It goes to like ogre strength. And just as it's about to get to the next tier, it just stops short and goes back down.
Is that with
But
your
the third
plus one as
time
well?
you do it, it goes all the way up, and you can see that this little metal device, which is going up the tree, hits the skull right at the top, and this thing rings and then belches out a little flame, and then you can see the guy kind of smiling and looking at you. Looks like you had it in you all along. Well done. And then he takes out a little kind of like name badge. It looks like really kind of like shoddily done. It's made out of copper. It has a little pin inset into it, and it says, "I have the strength of a dragon."
Aww.
And he kind of
Jimmy.
sets it on your new cloak.
Jimmy, I've still got 3 turns left. Do you want to go?
I can try.
Got this,
How
Jimmy.
big is this hammer like taller than Jimmy?
Yes.
Yeah,
Can
this
he
thing
even-
is about nearly twice your height.
Got this, Jimmy.
What was it? Athletics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be harder.
Bit
I mean, hey, I have doodle arms, okay? I'm an average man.
I'm tiny.
And try one more time.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I get a perception check from Eldar, please? Just as you see that she's bringing down this hammer, the stool from the Arcane Brotherhood, you can kind of see that guy that you were kind of the guy that you incited,
Mhm.
and you can kind of see that he just kind of like flicks his hand. And then as
Mhm.
Jimmy brings it down, you can see this hammer just absolutely wallops through the pressure plate and splits it in half. And this little metal thing goes through the skull of the dragon and just flies off into the air.
Oh my god.
Jimmy, man, come on now.
Yes,
What?
you're so good.
You didn't have to break it, did you?
I did that.
You did that, yeah. It was all
I
you, Jimmy.
did that. Oh, my strength is too good.
I am a god!
Yeah, you just see this dwarvish dude just like now you can actually see the whites of his eyes, and he's just kind of looking at you, kind of picking up your arms, twirling her around, and it's just like, honestly, I don't even know where that came from. That was amazing. I don't know if this will do, and he takes out this another name badge, and this one is another like I have the strength of a dragon, but then you can see that he like scrawls that out, and he just writes Tarask.
I can probably mend your stall if you want.
Oh well,
Oh,
that'll be
me too.
appreciated actually.
All right.
Yeah, otherwise it'll take me a little bit of time to.
I'll also help.
Jimmy, you go find the bell. I'll start mending the other parts.
I'll sit there casting mending until it's all fixed.
Yeah, no worries.
I guess I've got to look.
Yeah, give me a perception check
Uh,
Jimmy, make sure
or
you find that bell.
investigation, whichever's better.
Make sure you find it, Jimmy.
I can't find it.
You you are kind of looking around and you're just like, I ain't found shit. But then you can see that the bell is actually kind of like levitating as you're kind of on your hands and knees looking, under people's feet and under different stools and things like that. You can actually see that this bell is like slowly levitating towards you,
Oh my god, what?
and then it kind of just stops short of your hand and plops into it.
Jimmy, you got it?
Uh, yeah. And I like give it back to the guide.
Thank you,
and everything.
appreciated it. Appreciated it? Past tense? Yeah, sorry, common's not my first language.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it, man.
great. Thank you very much. And lovely, you've helped fix up his stall.
Perfect. Now, give me just one moment.
I'm gonna walk over to the mage again.
As you were mending, you could actually see that once again he was also kind of gesturing with a finger, and you could see that he was definitely doing something while you were mending as well.
So,
Hello, what can I do for you?
what was that about?
Just having a little bit of fun. Didn't hurt anybody, did it?
No, I'm just curious. I'm just curious as to why more than anything, and what it was you did.
It's something which takes many, many years to develop. It's a form of telekinesis.
Interesting. You don't see now, Jimmy. My friend Jimmy is interested in your thing, but Jimmy can't afford it. Is there
Well, that's a shame.
there's no, other ways he can be involved in this, is there?
Well, I mean, are you offering something, or?
Well, I don't have much to offer. It's more if you accept, not IOUs, but you know what I mean. Payment in future.
You can kind of see that he looks you up and down. 1 second. You're from the north, aren't you?
What gave it away? Was it my snowy physique?
Yes. I think I recognize you.
It'd be bizarre if you did. I've only been on this part of the island once before.
No, it's just something about your demeanor. Just rings a bell. You haven't travelled down south to Ishtar still, have you?
Not that I know of, no.
Well, don't worry about it. We normally operate out of different towns, and our school is actually located within Lunafer. But I'm not sure what you're doing within this town, but maybe one day when you do have the coin or another means of trade, then maybe we can talk. But I'm only taking paying customers as of right now.
That's fair enough. I thank you for your time anyway. And thank you for that, I guess a show is the way to describe it.
Yeah, I guess no worries. It's kind of boring here anyway.
Understandable. Well, I bid you adieu.
He gives you a nod.
I'll go out to the group. So what's everyone doing? What we doing now?
So you guys have kind of been out for, a good couple of hours, just looking at some of the wares and some of the events that have been happening. It's nearing noon at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see that there's a little bit more activity happening towards the stage. And you can see that Willian is currently up on the stage, and it looks as though she's, just doing some last minute preparations and the like.
Mhm.
What do you guys plan on doing?
Do we go check out what William's doing?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Can do.
We'll make our way over to Williams.
Lovely. So as you're kind of like walking through the different crowds and things like that, Gaspin, can I get a perception check for me, please? So as you're just kind of like walking through the crowds, what's the best way to describe it? That meme where there's like two people like driving a car in like different directions and they're both like looking at each other?
Yeah.
So you can see. So yeah, Gaspin, you can see that Thundu and his couple of assistants are kind of walking like, and you guys just kind of like touch shoulders for just like a brief second. These are the tithe takers. Yeah, Gaspin, you just kind of like catch his eye line as they're walking in the opposite direction to you.
Wait, who are these guys again? Sorry.
These are the tithe takers.
Oh, and it's just me that's noticed them.
Last session we established there was something amiss about the tithe takers, right?
Yeah, I think it was along the lines of, um, basically they're kind of like, as of late they've been getting a little more unreasonable,
Yeah. Okay.
essentially. But I poke Eldar and point over to where I see them. Assuming Jimmy's not tall enough to see over all the people.
And they're
Yeah,
coming.
probably not.
Rude.
They're walking away from
Jimmy.
William's area.
Yeah, so you guys are walking towards the stage and they're walking towards the east. If you guys are walking west, they're walking east.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tempting to cause a ruckus on them, but maybe not during the Harvest Festival.
Well, we should at least go find out from
Willian.
Leanne?
Willian. Or Linneran.
Wait,
Leanne?
who? Huh? What's going on, team?
Jimmy, I know you were distracted, but come on now.
Jimmy, the ugly one from the bars here.
Oh, I see. Sorry, Jimmy can't see. That's why I said Jordan.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy, you're tiny, aren't you?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you need me to hold you up high?
Yes.
Or
What are
just
you
hold
guys
you
up
Yeah,
to?
on the
You're kind of
shoulders.
you're going to start losing sight of them in a second.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk towards
Yeah.
Willian.
Yeah. So as you guys kind of get towards the stage, you can see that she appears just to be kind of like reading through some parchment and kind of giving herself deep breaths and attempting to ground herself. She's wearing kind of this dress which has got lots of different flowers and um, grasses that have been kind of sewn into it, kind of reminiscent of a lot of the produce that they would be growing within the area, as well as a a floral hair wreath, and she's got her hair kind of tied up in a couple of space buns. Um, yeah, she just kind of walks up towards the edge of the stage. How's it going? Any anything I should know about? Any issues or anything?
Well, why would the tithe takers be walking away from here?
I'm not sure. I think they're just doing their rounds.
Alright, if you're sure.
Yeah, she looks up at the sky and you can see that it's about noon at this point, and she goes, "Shit," and kind of scurries off towards the back end of the stage. And with that, you can hear the sound of kind of some string instruments and almost the sounds of a choir start to swell up. And the people in the local area start to kind of quiet down just a little bit. And after a couple of minutes, the kind of choir and the string quartet starts to slow until it stops. And then at that point, in the silence, Willian kind of walks out onto the stage and kind of looks out expectantly towards everybody and takes another deep breath. And then she starts to talk. So it's been an honor to be helping everybody, especially since Linrin stepped down. I just want to thank you for your patience, and it's so amazing to see everybody showing everybody the best that they've got, and I'm so happy that we are all on this journey together. And then you can see that she takes out her like piece of parchment out of her pocket, and she's like reading through it,
Aw.
and she kind of like keeps giving eye contact to you guys as well as a couple of other people within the crowds. And then it gets to a point where she just kind of chucks it on the floor and then hikes up her dress, puts her leg on one of the like wooden like decorations on the stage and just says, "Look, that's not really me. I know what you guys will think, and honestly, I don't give a fuck, alright? I'm here to make sure you're all safe. I know I'm young, I know I'm inexperienced, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that you all have food on your tables, and that you feel safe when you're sleeping in your beds at night. Now stop looking daggers at me and enjoy yourselves." And then she kind of turns around and walks back off onto the stage, and you can kind of see that there are quite a few people that are kind of booing and there are also quite a few people that are kind of cheering her on.
Yeah, I start giving a subtle clap.
Mm.
Yeah, a few more people clap with you, but you can see the people who were kind of heckling her just kind of walk off sooner than everyone else, and the people who were supportive kind of wait for her to finish and come back down to the regular level that you guys are on. Oh god, I really fucking hate doing speeches, honestly. It's really not my cup of tea.
I mean, is it really anybody's cup of tea?
My time slot was a good 10 minutes, but I just can't deal with all of that. Why faff around for 10 minutes when I could say why say many words when few words do good?
You know what? You're right. I heard that before somewhere.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But yes, so I heard well, I spoke to you last night about it, but thank you for helping out with the mulberry runners. I've just been so busy recently. I've been struggling to kind of point the guards in the right direction.
Not a
So
bother.
thank
Got
you
a
for
lot on your
that.
plate.
Do you have any ideas of what your next plan is, or what are you guys currently focused on?
I mean, we got some people we need to go talk to, but beyond that, I don't believe
Just
we have anything else
enjoying the
planned.
festival.
Yeah, enjoy the festival.
Sounds good. All right. Well, beds will be made for when you're ready to come back, and yeah. Thank you again. And she kind of gives a curtsy and kind of walks back to the east.
Before you go, is there anything you need or you want us to do for you?
Honestly, don't worry too much about it. I mean, I've got enough on my plate with family and, this job and stuff. Just do the best you can. Um, just keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Sounds like a plan. And then, what do you guys want to do? Want to enjoy some more of the festivities before they're over?
I mean,
I don't mind.
what time is it now? Like,
It's like just past noon.
I mean, might as well, right? We
I mean,
have many.
Arts
Half a day.
festivals don't happen very often, do they?
It is true.
And how often are you in a town where there's a festival going on?
I mean, I don't live in the house often.
That doesn't surprise me. You give that vibe,
All
Jimmy.
right,
You give that vibe.
Gaspin. So as Gaspin's been a little bit quiet, just kind of thinking. You can see there appears to be a black tent, very dark, doesn't have too many people straying in and out of it. It's actually kind of off towards the side, near the Willow Walk. People kind of don't avoid it, but there isn't too much foot traffic going in and out of it. Kind of catches your eye.
You and Jimmy picked the shadiest places, I swear to God.
But it looks interesting.
I mean, interesting's definitely a word.
It is
Making
a
your way there.
word.
Might as well.
So as you head in, you can see that there are some very, normal looking people. You can see there's a human, female. She's, middle aged, kind of got a little bit of a shorter buzz cut on the side of her head. The other side is tied up, dark brown hair, wearing, some nice leather trousers with a vest and a couple of pouches at her hip. You can see there's, a bit of an older half orc gentleman, slicked back, grey hair, kind of thinning, kind of grey blue skin. just kind of playing with a dagger, and you can see that there's a goblin little fellow who's kind of wearing this weird trench coat looking thing. And as you come in, they kind of eye you up and say, "Ah, how are you all doing? You all good?" This is the lady speaking to you guys.
Not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Yep.
Doing very well, thank you very well. So you've come to try your hand at a little bit of thievery, have you?
I mean, we've already done
dunno.
picklocks today. We might as well.
I thought this place just looked cool.
I mean, I'm not.
What's
playing
your
guess,
passive
but-
perception, Jimmy?
11, I believe.
11. Okay, so
Yeah.
Your pockets are louder, Jimmy.
another you can see that like another person walked into the into this tent, and they took a seat next to the goblin in this kind of it's kind of like a woven chair filled with pillows that's kind of on ground level,
Mm-hmm.
and it's this halfling um that's quite young girl with very long wavy hair. She's wearing like this red summer dress, and she just kind of plops onto the seat, kind of looks at all of you.
Hello.
Oh hi, how's it going?
Very good, thank you.
So
Come on, Jimmy. You can conversate more than that.
No, Jimmy.
so the lady kind of walks up to you and says, well, let's see what you've got then. So the aim of this game is you have to figure out which of us has stolen from you.
Huh?
And once you figure out who's stolen from us, then you're going to need to steal it back from us. But the catch is that we've also put something on you, and you need to figure out who put it on you.
You're a smart
So-
man, Jimmy.
Ooh.
You can work this out.
Mm,
After a second, she kind of looks at you all and says, "What do you say?"
I mean, it sounds
I want
like.
I want my stuff back. What did you
It
take?
sounds like choice was never an option by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Well, life can often be deceiving,
Very
but
true.
that's part of the fun, isn't it?
You're not wrong.
What do you say?
I'm
There's
game.
potential you could win big.
My apologies, I had to yawn. I mean, I'm interested.
Okay. In that case, she kind of looks at the goblin, and the goblin opens the trench coat and clicks their fingers, and you're all enveloped within blackness, and you can't even see your hands in front of your face.
Mm-hmm.
You're aware of the location of everybody within this place. Eldar, who are you going to try and pickpocket?
You said the lady was it a red dress?
Yeah.
Go for her.
Sure thing. Can you roll a sleight of hand check for me?
You know it.
So yeah, literally,
They call me Sticky Fingers.
yeah. So you literally just put your hand into like the front pocket of the dress and
This dress has
take it
pockets.
out,
Oh my god.
and you can. I know it has pockets. And you can see that. Well, you can feel a gem that you actually picked up from the mulberry runners yesterday,
Mhm.
and you pocket that. Jimmy, what are you doing?
So we're all meant to pickpocket? Or
Yeah, you can pickpocket anybody.
who would Jimmy want to pickpocket?
So just to reiterate, there was the half-orc gentleman, kind of older,
Yeah.
slick back hair, the lady with the shaved heads and brown hair. Then there was the girl with the red dress, and the goblin as well.
Oh yeah, the girl with the red dress, the one that sat next to me.
You're gonna pickpocket her?
Yeah.
Sure thing. Grab me a sleight of hand check.
I don't think I'm gonna do very good on this. I believe you, Jimmy. Tried.
You just hear a giggle
Oh.
and you feel a hand on your hand.
Oh, kawaii,
And
Jimmy
gasping.
blushes.
Give it a go.
Are you going for Gaspin?
Dan?
I'm pickpocketing whoever's left who hasn't been looked
Well,
at.
there's 3 people that haven't been.
So you've got the goblin, you've got the lady, and you've got
Obviously the
the
goblin.
half-orc guy. Okay, sure thing. And yeah, as you do so, you actually feel that there's some stuff in his pockets, like this like velvet, like small velvet sack.
Mm.
And yeah, you take it, walk back to your place, and then the darkness fades. Well, the lady looks at you. Did you manage to find your stuff?
I found
Jimmy looks really
something.
disappointed.
She kind of looks to the girl with the red dress. Well, I mean, not everybody's a professional. And at this point, she clicks her fingers, and you can see that your druidic focus is in her hand, Gaspin.
Jimmy laughs.
I sort of rolled the
So,
gem that I picked in my hand.
I will
Not
trade
everyone's
you.
professional.
I will trade you for whatever of ours you pickpocketed for this. Now, if you were good enough, then you'll make a profit out of this game.
What did
Jimmy
What
stalks.
did I get?
You got a crushed velvet bag. You're not too sure what's inside of it.
I look inside of it.
You can see that there are several gems.
Ooh, what kind of gems?
You can see there's a couple of opals, and then there's this one like pitch black one, and then there's another very very small yellow one as well.
Ooh.
I'm gonna keep the gems.
I mean, you need your
Thank you.
focus for spellcasting, right?
I have another.
Alright.
Damn, okay.
This guy
So
came
you're willing
prepared.
to trade?
Well, so wait. Let me. What do I get if I trade back?
You get to keep that bag of gems in return for your druidic focus.
Yeah. Trade.
Sure thing. So can you add assorted gems worth 75 gold pieces?
Ooh.
Thank you for the
opportunity. She gives a small bow.
Can I investigate my person and see if anything's missing?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, give yourself a pat down. You feel fine.
Can I investigate my person?
Go ahead.
In before 7.
God, what am I so bad at rolling? Apart from when
You
it's
spend a
attacking.
good couple of minutes checking all of your compartments.
Mhm.
And you're like, wait a minute. I swear that I had a gem, or did I spend that?
No. Which one of you took it?
The girl with the red dress kind of puts a hand up.
Get back.
She empties her pockets.
What? Where is it?
I don't know. Maybe one of your
Mm,
friends took it.
I look to Eldar.
What?
Mm.
What's the matter?
Oh wait, no. I want to go up to Gaspin. Do I know that he's got this bag of gems?
He like was looking at in the bag, but he didn't explicitly say.
Yeah, it did say
Okay,
it was
never mind
gems.
Hmm.
I pull a gem out
I
of
don't
pocket.
like this game.
Yeah, this game's kind of cool. I do like this.
I shoot daggers at you.
Hey, all's fair in love and war. You agree to the game? So I don't see a problem.
Didn't they take our stuff before we started this game?
Who knows? Maybe it was during the game.
Maybe it was during the speech.
Maybe
Oh.
it was before we even entered the tent. Who knows? Life is deceiving.
Maybe
fair.
it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the day we were born they took it.
How much is this gem worth again?
10 gold
pieces.
pieces. Oh my god, you're keeping it.
I mean, Jimmy hasn't offered it back, so you know.
So you did take it.
I was like twizzling it in my hand, like, yeah, this game is interesting.
I didn't even think about it. I didn't even clock it, I'll be honest.
I mean, the lady in the just took it, and I took it from her.
Jamie like tries to jump up to take it from you.
I'll just put my hand in the air, higher than you can jump. Jimmy, you agree to this game?
How the
Am I not mistaken?
Funny. We're comrades.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but this isn't a communist. Yes, comrade.
He's going to. I mean, hey, did you or did you not agree to the rules of the game, Jimmy?
Jimmy's not going to talk to you.
Well, that was definitely interesting. What are your names?
My name is Alina, the lady with the shaved heads.
Mhm.
My name's Joss. My name's Trinket. And then the goblin just kind of looks to you and just kind of starts making these weird, harsh sounds.
Which one's Trinket, sorry? Which one's Joss?
Trinket's the girl with the red dress.
Mhm.
Joss is the half orc dude,
I thought, okay.
and the human is Alina.
Elena. Cool. Well, that was definitely an experience.
Well, it's always fun to try new things. Though it looks as though
Very
that
true.
wasn't too new for you.
Well, what can I say? I'm a jack of all trades.
She gives a smile. And you can see the goblin dude kind of walks up behind you and opens the curtain again. Curtain again.
Thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck with your business.
Hmm.
And I'll walk out. Oh, what's the matter, Jimmy?
Hmm.
Fine,
Don't
Jimmy.
regret that.
Here you go. You can have it.
I swipe it before you can take it back.
It's actually a minor illusion.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, it's not. I don't have minor illusion, but I wish I did.
That would be really funny.
It would have been.
You know what? One more 10. I'm addicted. Is that not the exact same number I rolled last time?
No, you were 43, didn't you?
And I rolled 46.
Oh, yep.
Literally, like the So you guys are near the Willow Walk at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a couple of kids which have got incredibly misspelt signs talking about being the best rogues in Ashenmill. And a lot of these are kind of young human kids, couple of halfling kids,
Mhm.
and they kind of come up to you and say, "You want to play our game then?"
What's your game?
It's hide and seek.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
Sounds like Jimmy's interested.
All right then. Well, we'll give you 30 seconds to hide, and then whoever gets found last is the winner.
Alright. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Don't stray beyond the ribbons that we've got, and you can see there are like these black ribbons
Mhm.
which are hanging in like a somewhat jagged perimeter around the Willow Walk.
Mhm.
And then they immediately just put their hands over their faces and start counting to 30.
I immediately.
So can you guys give me best of 3 stealth checks, and we'll see who's the top dog.
Would
Best
I
of 3.
be at disadvantage because I have scale mail, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So roll. Everybody roll once.
Should I roll at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yoink.
Oh.
Wait, I haven't got heavy armor. Oh, no, I do. No, I don't.
Medium
I'm
armor. What you
going
got?
to turn
I
into
don't
a
know.
hide behind something, and then while I'm not in sight, I'm going to turn into a rat.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's cheating.
Give me a stealth check,
No
by
one
the
said
way.
that wasn't legal.
Oh, you have the same roll as religion.
No, we don't know.
Okay. And give me another round.
Oh.
And one more.
Jimmy!
I had a nat 20 on my other one.
Alright.
Okay,
a 19's
so
not bad.
Oh.
so you can see that like it takes a little while for people to kind of find them. They're like walking around, and then they see this rat, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's the biggest rat I've ever seen in my life!" And then they like briefly lose focus.
It's also wearing a cape.
And
My cloak.
they're like, "Oh my god, it's wearing a fucking cloak. That's amazing!" Yeah, and then they just kind of lose focus for like a minute or so, but then they get back, and then they're kind of trekking around. And for the first one, it was
Means you be
a
tied.
draw. Or was it a tie? And then Jimmy got found, and then okay, give me a tiebreaker between Jimmy and Eldar.
Stealth or straight d20?
Stealth. Actually, screw it. Straight D20.
Right, D20.
I believe in the heart of the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of see as the kids are approaching, Eldar in the corner of your eye, you can just see Jimmy shuffling around this willow tree as they're walking, and you can just hear the clink of her chains against the tree base, and then they catch her, and you're the winner, Eldar.
What can I say?
And
I'm
the
a
kid-
jack of all trades.
How is
And-
Eldar the tallest one?
And then the kids kind of run up to you and give you your prize, which is a wreath of flowers
Oh my
with
god.
black ribbons in it.
I'm putting that straight on.
Well, Eldar won every single one.
What can I say? I'm a jack of all trades.
What the
I didn't win the
hell?
strength contest. You guys won that.
That's true. I'm surprised.
Well, I mean, you technically cheated, but yeah.
No. In Jimmy's eyes, he won that.
Alright. Alright. I think I've won enough for one day. I've definitely worked up an appetite. I don't know about you guys.
Always.
Yeah.
Back to the.
Oh,
Is
God,
there
did
like
that mouse just speak?
any? Oh, is the little moon the only place that like does food, or is there any stalls at the festival that are selling?
Yeah, there are plenty of stalls that sell like street food from places you've never even heard of, like incredibly strange like food on sticks and different fried foods. Like there's a lot of different things going on in the square, but there is also the Little Moon as well if you'd like to eat that.
Might as well enjoy some Harvest Festival food, right?
Yes, I agree.
Alright, Jimmy, you're in
Lovely.
charge of finding the stall.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a d20, a d100, or?
No, it's cool. So as you guys kind of make your way to the square, you can see that there's a stall which is a little bit more kind of it's different to the others.
Mm-hmm.
In that its construction is made out of different kind of bones and things like that. Not in a weird way, but like human skulls or anything like that. It's it looks as though they're kind of oversized fish bones and things like that.
Uh-huh.
And you can see that there's actually a Triton who
Oh.
is making some form of like sashimi,
Mm-hmm.
like raw fish.
Oh, yep.
And they've got like these giant caskets of like of fish which are being kept chilled with this strange like layer of like brown substance, and then the fish are kind of like in a separate container within that.
Not sure how to feel about this.
So you would like to try some of my delicious fish?
Yeah, I believe my friend Jimmy here is interested in trying some.
Uh,
I nudge Jimmy
Well,
forward.
take a seat, and I'll make it right before your very eyes.
Jimmy like climbs onto the stool.
Yeah, he kind of walks around and pushes the chairs in behind you,
Mhm.
and yeah, you can see that he takes out this like very strange looking knife. It has different kind of like hooks on it, and almost has like a wave effect on the back of it, and it's kind of like semi-translucent
Mm-hmm.
towards the like cutting edge. And he just takes out one of the fish and slices it open without even looking at it, and just starts like flaying it and taking off the skin and deboning it right in front of you. And
Wow.
they've got like this skillet which is quite warm, and they take out a couple of eggs and they start to kind of like chop it up onto the skillet, and they make like this almost like omelette with the fillet of fish inside of it, and kind of like wraps it up in this leaf, and then like places it on a plate
Oh.
and gives it to you guys. And
Wow.
as you guys are looking at it, you can see that just the temperature of like the eggs is enough to kind of like cook this fish.
That is a bizarre dish. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Good sir, where are you from?
I am from the Far East.
How far east are we talking?
Um, probably a few weeks away.
Fair enough.
Um,
Probably further east than I've ever traveled.
I can tell you exactly once my map loads.
What brings you to Ashenmeal?
Well, I'm just traveling around, you know. I actually mostly come from just up north of here, a place called the Stirling Docks.
Right,
Um,
right.
Oh.
but yeah, originally I came from the location. It's a region in the Far East called Calder,
Ooh.
Caldir, Calder, Calder,
Galir. Right,
Calder.
right,
It's very very cold there, and
right.
this fish is actually a fish which normally grows in. Well, it lives there. It's normally kept in very very cold temperatures. So you know anything like if you were to touch it, it'd be enough to like cook it.
That is
It's a
weird.
very delicate but also a very dangerous fish.
That is very weird. Why is it dangerous?
Well, they tend to kind of work in schools together,
So they're
and
smart fish.
yeah, but you know, just when they're on their own, then they're not so bad. But it's when they're together that they're fiercest.
Right, I see.
But yes, that would be 5 silver pieces, please.
Ah, yeah, Jimmy, you brought us here. I'm sure you're willing to pay, right?
Uh, I guess. Just Jimmy reluctantly gives out the 5. Wait, silver? Oh
So, yeah.
my god, okay, yeah.
Each.
Each?
Yeah. This fish comes from very, very far away. I need to take care for it in these
It's 15.
custom-made, very
So start with
dangerous
this.
Jimmy, that's so kind of you.
device.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
Give me a nature check. Jimmy.
He joined
He ain't.
16.
Like after kind of sitting up on the table and looking at the um at the storage device that the fish are kept in, you actually recognize this stuff is known as brown mold, and it
Oh.
saps heat from everything in its local vicinity.
Oh
But
wow.
if it's kept near like any fire or anything like that, then it will spread, and it will hurt you a lot if you touch it.
Hey,
Oh
Jimmy,
my
you want to
god,
touch
okay. No.
No, please don't touch it.
it?
Interesting.
I'm sure Gaspin's definitely curious about
Yeah,
it.
I'm just like getting dangerously close with my face.
Ooh, what does this button do?
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys want to go on break for a few minutes?
You can't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I desperately need to lose, so that works for me.
I need a drink 'cause my head is pounding.
What's it?
Coolio.
When do we wanna?
Reconvene.
Yeah, how long are you guys thinking?
Um,
I don't mind.
Anybody
don't
needs to
mind.
make
However
food or
long you
anything?
need.
I was gonna get something to eat and something to drink, but beyond that,
I'm gonna do food later because it's I got a whole thing to cook.
Cool. Should we say 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
till
Yeah.
1:30 or?
Say
Half
20.
past
I'm
probably
gonna say 4:20.
better for me.
I do not
Okay.
mind.
I also
Cool.
don't
We'll say 1:30
Oh,
Get you guys in a mean.
in a bit.
Catch you guys in a little bit.